Hi everyone, Garrett from CoSchedule here, and I'm excited to get you started on a course on how to use CoSchedule for Agile Project Management. So what are we going to cover in this course? Well, CoSchedule is a leading solution for Agile Project Management. I'll show you why here in a minute. But as we go along, what we want to talk about today is a few things. First, we're going to talk about what exactly Agile Marketing is. We're going to talk about the benefits of going Agile. And then we're going to talk about using CoSchedule to complete an Agile marketing process. Then we'll cover a few next steps. Now, some of this may be redundant if you're familiar with Agile marketing, but I think it'll be helpful for you to understand how we at CoSchedule think about Agile marketing and implementing it. It's a bit of an art, not quite a science. So hang with us and we'll try to help you kind of reconcile how you think about Agile and how we think and approach it. So a lot of the data that we pull on Agile marketing actually comes from a survey that we did, the 2019 State of Agile Marketing Report. And what we learned in that report was that 50% of traditional marketers are planning to adopt Agile within the next year. So this is a very, very timely tradition or transition for a lot of marketing teams. Now, the reason they wanted to do it, some said it was for increasing productivity, some cited ability to change and prioritize, others were really looking to increase the amount of innovation coming from their team. But Agile marketing is definitely a very popular trend and something that a lot of marketing teams are taking on. Now here at CoSchedule, we've been an Agile marketing team for many years now, 4 or 5 years for our internal marketing team. So we've been building our product to work around an Agile marketing workflow for that entire time. We were recognized on the Gartner Magic Quadrant here in 2019 as being an end-to-end Agile marketing solution, and we're really proud of that. Today in this video, or throughout this course, we're going to be looking at how to execute and plan and manage that type of workflow inside of our tool. So before we do, we're going to talk a little bit about what is Agile marketing, or at least how we here at CoSchedule think about and define Agile marketing. Now we have a free book that can be downloaded or actually purchased on Amazon if you'd like a printed copy, but it's a Getting Started with Agile Marketing Guide. This is very short, simple, very actionable type of guide. If you're familiar with our content here at CoSchedule, you'll definitely find some of those goodies and flavors there. Lots of worksheets, lots of downloads. I'm going to refer to this guide off and on throughout the course, but this is a great companion and a piece of material to be reading and reviewing as we go through this course. Okay, so what is exactly Agile marketing? Well, Agile marketing is a framework that borrows on a set of principles that were developed for software development actually, and it applies them to the marketing context. So it really applies to about 3 or 4 different areas. Agile has a lot of context and solutions around how to structure your team. We're not going to cover a lot of that in this course. I'd recommend the Agile guide that I recommended earlier for that. Communication, it really improves and streamlines how teams communicate. We'll cover some of that here, but mostly what we're going to cover in this course is process and workflows and how those two things specifically can be used and implemented inside of CoSchedule. So the reason teams go Agile, they do it to work more quickly, they do it to reduce deadlines that are being missed on their team, to better adapt to changes in their market and strategy, as well as just prioritize projects better within the organization. So we're going to show you how to accomplish all 4 of these major goals inside of CoSchedule and make sure that your team gets going on Agile with the right foot. So there's 4 key aspects that we're going to really dive deep. And each of these is going to include 1 lesson within this course. We're going to talk about how to set up and create your project backlog, how to set up a sprint board and plan sprints, how to handle Scrum meetings and how to manage those with the team and using CoSchedule to do it, as well as how to conduct retrospectives. So get ready for that. So just a quick overview of these ideas and what these future lessons are going to be covering. The very next lesson in this course is going to cover the project backlog, and we're going to walk through how to get your project backlog set up in CoSchedule using the ideas board. So you'll need to be in a plan that has the idea board feature. If you are, this will be great for you getting set up that project backlog. Next, I'm going to teach you how to manage sprints using your idea board as well. So there's a couple different ways we can look at sprints. They can be in the idea board, they can go in the calendar. For this course, we're primarily going to focus on ideas, and I'll get into why we're going to do that a little bit later. But there's lots of places to manage sprints, and I'll talk a little bit about that going forward. Next, we're going to talk about Scrum meetings, how to manage your daily Scrums, and where to find the perfect tool for managing and looking at Scrums within CoSchedule. We call it our Team tab, and we'll cover that in depth with a screen share in a future lesson. I'm also going to provide some tips and some information on how to conduct retrospectives and where to pull some of the data from CoSchedule in order to benefit your retrospectives and add more value to them. So one of the biggest things that teams get hung up on when they're looking at implementing an agile process is reconciling the difference between the marketing schedule, right? The schedule of content that is being published to your website, being published to your email feeds, being published to your social networks, which is all very, very heavily controlled by a date and time on a calendar. And how do I reconcile that versus the agility and the flexibility I'm going to need for managing sprints and managing projects? This is really what this course is designed to solve, right? We're going to teach you how to run a very, very good publishing schedule that your social manager, your content marketers, everyone's going to like, and gives them the information they need, while simultaneously giving yourself a tool and a platform for managing agile projects in a very flexible, demand-driven way. And these two areas of the tool, the ideas bin and the CoSchedule calendar, become the kind of two different zones. Ideas is where a lot of your agile work is going to be done. The calendar is where a lot of your actual scheduling and publishing is going to be done. And we're going to walk through that in these future lessons so that you know exactly when to use which one and how they can work together. So let's get started.